Willkommen zu Lost in Random. Wir wollen unsere Reise fortsetzen nach Freedom, wie wir gerade lesen konnten. In die Stadt. Wenn ich mich richtig erinnere, sind wir da so einem Läufer der Königin begegnet. Ich weiß nicht mehr genau, wie sie die genannt haben. Aber diese fetten Teetassen-Crabwalker oder wie auch immer. Und den wollte Even jetzt unbedingt verfolgen. Schauen wir mal, was daraus wird. Ja, Weapon Durability. Das ist durchaus ein Thing. Aha.
Above Even was one of the Queen's royal spiders.
Royal
the kind that had taken away Odd on that terrifying night. They were the collectors of children who were to become Sixers.
Come on, Dicey! We can't let it get away!
Okay.
Hurry!
We shan't let it get away, but first we loot. Nice. Gut.
Not today, spider monster!
Not? Aha. Es lohnt sich halt echt immer nochmal nach hinten zu gucken.
You! Oh, wait!
Dieser Ghost Buddy, den haben wir auch mal noch am Start, ne? Was ist mit dem eigentlich? Ui. Was ist hier denn los?
Did you see those robots? What do you mean you've seen bigger?
What? What are you talking about? What are you saying, Biggie? They're pretty fucking huge, don't you think? Gee, la. Okay. Ist die Frage, ob sie sich da jetzt aus dem Maul hauen? Oder was deren Agenda ist. Es sind aber viele von diesen Gefäßen. Aha. Hallo?
I always knew I was a Sixer at heart. I knew! I'll do all sorts of important work for the Queen, while Bernard mops the floor.
Hey, where is Bernie?
Bernard is gone!
A Sixer child is missing! I repeat,
Look! It's Bernie! From back home! Of course we should help him! He'll be eaten alive out here!
Oder wir streichen die 1000 Reward ein.
The spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister. Even knew...
Come on! We've got to find him!
Oh, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway.
Hoffentlich treffen wir bald nochmal Many-Decks. Aber langsam könnten wir uns nochmal eindecken. Verstehst du? Ach ja. Haben wir das eigentlich, das haben wir doch bekommen als Reward für unseren Fight letztes Mal. Das möchte ich gerne mal in unser Deck tun. Was nehmen wir dafür raus? Achso. Das Menü ist so weird gemacht. Einen davon, maybe? Oder einen davon? Vielleicht einen davon. Weil das ist ja quasi ersetzt, also ist ja quasi die gleiche Funktion. Ja. Okay, ja. Gut. Nein, scheiße. Ah, was habe ich jetzt rausgenommen? Nein, das wollte ich nicht. Ah, shit, was habe ich rausgenommen? Dich? Ja, anscheinend. Achso, aber wir können die Tränke wieder rausnehmen, ne? Die haben wir jetzt eigentlich ja nur für den Bossfight gebraucht. So, normalerweise brauche ich die eigentlich nicht. Was haben wir dafür normalerweise eigentlich drin gehabt? Achso, dann können wir das wieder reinnehmen, ne? Das ist so mehr irgendwie. Das ist, glaube ich, theoretisch gut, aber das weiß ich irgendwie nicht so wirklich zu nutzen, um ehrlich zu sein. Vielleicht das nochmal wieder rein. Oder noch ein Bogen. Ein Bogen vielleicht noch, hä? Ja. Gut. So. Aha, sehr schön. Da ist doch ein Mini-Dex. Aha. Sie battlen gegeneinander.
Freedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father. 3 siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
Toll.
Now there's the face of a girl who wants to trade cards, and I got good news for you.
Sure is. Ja, also die Königin ist auf jeden Fall sehr gut in Konfliktmanagement. Ja, halt mal kurz die Backen für den Moment. Ich muss hier erstmal mir die alle holen und dann ein bisschen einkaufen. Aha. Perfekt.
Cards here. I literally cannot have a
Hier ist doch...
I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are...
Fascinating. Fascinating.
Noch so ein Gefäß irgendwo? Na, vielleicht nicht. Na gut. Oh, oder? Was ist... Ah.
Oh,
Gut. Shoppen wir mal.
hello. You've made it to Drei-Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you 3 good reasons to buy some cards, eh?
That's so. Ja. Minidex, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. But now we're both here, and that means one thing. Let's trade cards!
Sure.
Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's trade, shall we?
Na gut, let's trade, shall we? Ja, soll ich davon noch einen nehmen? Mal um das besser auszuprobieren? Ja, maybe, ne? Ja, komm. So, was haben wir denn noch so? Shadowman Touch. Ah, so ein Poison-Ding. So ein Slow-Ding. Die Würfel sind ganz nett eigentlich, ne? Wenn man sie vernünftig einsetzt. Quick Draw ist auch gut. Aber was haben wir einmal? Das reicht eigentlich, oder? Dies finde ich nicht so geil. Die sind eigentlich immer gut zu haben. Defense, Hazard oder Cheat. Nimm mal Cheat. Oh, okay. Lockby Girl, the most generous. 2 Card Tokens. Sind das die Punkte? Ja, ne? Decree. Ja, müssen die Kosten sein. Okay, dann ist das ja übel geil. Ja, die kaufen auf jeden Fall. Und was war noch neu? Das da, ne? 200. Summons a dice pad, standing on it, charged it. Once charged, it always guarantees your dice highest number while standing on the pad. Das ist interessant. Aber wir haben kein Geld mehr über. Na gut. Okay. Tja. Dann nehmen wir hier einen raus und hier 2 raus. Und machen das rein. Ja. Das ist gut, glaube ich. So. Dung. Hallo, wer bist du?
This bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It
No, I
still
didn't know.
does, I suppose.
Ja, sieht irgendwie ein bisschen abgeranzt aus.
It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
Das muss toll sein.
I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand. It belonged to the triplets, and before then it belonged to the Lord or King of Freedom, before his murder.
Ja, warum hast du nicht auch so einen Giant Battle Robot?
Royal families are like servants. They tend to expand to the size of their manor.
Yes, I too know about the expansion and the servants and all this stuff.
Just
Yes,
so.
yes.
But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her. That's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
Na gut.
Call me crazy. I've got half a mind to, what was I talking about?
Wer ist denn hier so am Rummeln? Der da hinten, ne? Ha. So, was geht bei dir noch? Any kids around here?
Why'd you ask, stranger? What's your motivation in all of this?
Elsa elderly. He's a friend in trouble.
Oh, how heartbreaking for you. How tragic, you poor child. Oh, heavens no. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all. Good grief, spying on people. I make a point of not remembering anyone I see in public. Privacy is very important to me, you understand. What with that paranoid count demanding full reports of everything everyone does every day and all.
Aha. So, also du würdest dich an mich auch nicht erinnern, oder
I
wie?
promise it, stranger.
Naja, weiß ich ja nicht. Hallo, was geht bei dir?
Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment?
Sure.
Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the three siblings?
Let's pretend I don't.
Oh, what fun. Yes, let's. So, since you're hearing this for the first time, let me tell you about the three siblings involved. There's the paranoid Count up in High Bet Haven to the west. The soft and coddled Duke living in Fogwash Garden to the north. And the duty-bound and tough-as-heck Baroness living out east on Wildcard Hill. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war?
All of them. None of them. None of them. Das war bestimmt die Königin.
None of them? None of them? Oh, I've never heard such an opinion before. It's bold. It's direct. It's quite possibly insane. I'll write it down right here in my survey.
Sure thing. So, was? Ja, halt mal die Guschen. Aha. Weil nicht hinten... Ne?
Nicey! There! Nicey! Over there!
Okay. So, was ist hier? Darf ich hier nicht durch? Warum nicht? Kinder? Guck halt einfach woanders hin.
Yes, a war zone was no place for most children. But even suspected she could carve out a place for her there. With her dice by her side.
Ja, eben. Wir würden das schaffen. Na gut, also hier müssen wir irgendwie noch durchkommen. Gut, und was geht jetzt da hinten? Was bist du hier so am Dement rumschreien? Hä?
The attack has begun! The king must be saved!
Ja? Welcher König?
What? Identify yourself, stranger!
Ich bin Even. Und du?
I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war. Oh, Even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember?
Nee, tue ich nicht.
What? How did you know my name?
Ach du Scheiße. Du hast sie mir verraten?
What? I've never seen you before in my life. The king! Protect the king from danger!
Okay, der ist wirklich ein bisschen fertig.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay.
Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark too.
Okay, also. Der Boy scheint nicht das Smarteste zu sein. Hast du was gesehen? Antworte. Antworte. Hast du was gesehen? Irgendwelche Kinder?
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing.
That's Bernie. That's my friend.
Can't rightly say, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadow Man does.
Who the Shadow Man?
Everyone knows about the Shadow Man, child. Especially children out all alone.
Ah, hier geht's gar nicht weiter. Okay. Entschuldigen Sie mich? Sind Sie der Shadowman? Hallo? Hey Sie! Mister! Hey! Maybe not. Was ist hier? Eine Kneipe? Oh! Riches to be found. Yes, get me wealthy. Yes. Okay. Hast du ein Kind
Kids
gesehen?
never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadow Man ensures. All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadow Man's probably got him.
Okay.
As well they should. You should be afraid, child.
Oh. Streetlight Terminal. Hallo? Kennst du Kinder?
Leave me alone. I'm busy.
Well, good luck with that, stranger. If there's a kid running around unattended, the Shadow Man probably has him by now.
Who the Shadow Man?
Oh, you really are in over your head.
Wo ist der?
Oh, you are clever, but I don't know him. Nobody does. If you stay a spell, all Margarine Took can tell you about him.
Please do.
The Shadow Man. He was born in the time of the first nightmare, and he lives on to this day. But not like you or I. He lives in the walls of Mulgrow Alley. And he can always see you, but you can only see him when it's dark. Snuff out the lights in Mulgrew Alley, and you'll find him there, waiting. But be warned, child. It may be the last thing you see.
So here a ghost?
If he were merely a ghost, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Goodbye. I do not think we will see each other again.
Du bist ja optimistisch. Good, Streetlight Terminal.
You want to know about the Shadow Man?
Yes, I do.
You want to know about the Shadow Man?
Yes, I do.
The Shadow Man comes when night eats day. He'll come and take your child away. And you might cry, and you might pray. But the Shadow Man comes when night eats day.
Ja, danke.
He don't like shine, and he don't like sun. He'll come out the walls when the daylight's done. Snuff out Mulgrew Alley's lights, then you best run, for the last night of the Shadow Man has begun.
Thanks,
Sounds to me like you're fixin' to go see him. I wouldn't thank me just yet. You want to know about the Shadow Man?
Nein, bitte nicht. Aha. Hier sind Bonbons. Gut, dann machen wir mal die Lichter aus. Wie auch immer wir das machen. Ups. Aha. So. Nee, du kannst schon dich da drauf stellen. Ah, okay. Nee, dann musst du dich hier drauf stellen. Ich stelle mich hier drauf. Ja, das ist besser.
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Yeah.
Are you the Shadow Man?
I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
What the fuck? What is you?
Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war.
You're thinking I'm afraid? I'm not. You want to joust? Come at me.
That may be true. But there is another truth.
And that is that unless you release burn, I'm going to punch you?
That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be.
Let Bernie go.
Mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage.
Gib ihn wieder her.
You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need.
Ja, laber mich nicht voll und teste.
Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me.
Ja, komm, raus damit.
That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the Triplets' War to end.
No offense, but you don't strike me as the peace and flowers type.
Oh, I'm not. I'm the creature that moves in the dark type.
Yeah, that fits.
But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that.
Ja gut, aber wie?
I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder.
Das ist nur ein Kostüm und
Silence! Don't insult me with your bloody lies. They may work on the living, but you can't deceive the Shadow Man. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again.
Hey, woher weißt du davon?
For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man, Even had to end Threedom's civil war.
Unfreundlicher Knabe.
It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
Tja. Mit dir kann ich nicht mehr reden. Okay, mit euch kann ich allen nicht mehr reden.
That poor woman, completely mad. Have you seen Nishka? That poor woman, completely mad.
Das ist eine Sie?
Oh, it's so sad. A brilliant warrior and protector, but now hopelessly insane. You mustn't listen to what she says, stranger. It's all madness. Someone should do something.
But what?
The king! We need to... You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we?
Richtig. Earlier.
No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry. What did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children. Well, something happened.
Haben Sie den King
There were
gemordet?
sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it was such a shame, such a... I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you?
Schwierig. Kannst du mir was über die
The
Triples
children
erzählen?
of the king. Such beautiful babies. They grew up into such wonderful young men and women. The Duke, the Baroness, and the Count. Such a gift. The entire royal court was so... The court was so... I'm sorry,
The court?
I'm afraid I don't remember.
Ach, Jesus. Was ist mit der Baroness?
She's tough as nails. Tough as cannons, really. Duty-bound and haughty, but she can back it up. And woe be to those who cross her. She once aimed a cannon at me to stop me from giving her a bath. The only thing that impresses her is war.
Uh-huh.
He's paranoid, capricious, and fearful, but his heart's in the right place. He once accused me of trying to assassinate him just because I tried to get him to finish his vegetables. We all had a lovely laugh about it later. Or at least, I think we did.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't call him a glutton for life, more of a bon vivant. He loves all the finer things. He's baroque, decadent, you might say spoiled, but I'd say he's really more cultured. He once told me his goal was to eat every animal in the kingdom, all in one single dish. He achieved it a week later, and said the dish was as delicious as it was disappointing.
Huh.
Oh, that's very nice. You're a nice young lady.
Tja, kannst du dich noch an irgendwas
I'm
erinnern?
sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it.
Na, sicherlich. Ja, und wie meint das?
I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember.
Ach, Jesus. Na gut, ich versuche das mal.
That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Easy. Ah ja, jetzt muss er sich kümmern.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? And now, Even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
It's the Count! Ladies and gentlemen, the Count has won the road!
Tja, wird sie das Königreich retten können? Das und noch viel mehr werden wir erfahren in der nächsten Folge von Lost in Random. Macht es gut, bis dahin. Bye, bye.